Hello, my pretties. This is the Lion Queen here. Welcome to episode 322 of Shadows and Pretties. So, the last time we did an episode of this, we talked about Resident Evil Extinction that came out in 2007. Well, today I am going to be talking about another Resident Evil movie called Resident Evil Afterlife. This one came out in 2010, so it's about around 14 years old. So, in all due reality, it's a pretty good sequel. I personally really thought it was really neat to see, the cast and playing the characters in there, which I thought it was pretty awesome. This is honestly a really good movie, and I personally thought it was a great sequel to Extinction. So, the filming in this one took place in Toronto from September to December of 2009, which that's honestly pretty cool. And there is elements from the Resident Evil 5 game in here, so you'll once you see the movie, you'll get what I mean and see. So, with that out of the way, I'm going to go with talking about what the plot of the movie is about in case if you guys have not seen the movie yet, or for those who haven't watched the movie in like a really long time, I'm going to give you guys a refresher. So, the plot of about this movie is about Alice and her clones lead the assault on Umbrella HQ in Tokyo, slaying the entire branch except for Albert Wesker, who escapes in a pretty much a Tiltrotor plane and detonates a bomb, leaves a massive sinkhole. The real Alice, boarded beforehand, attempted to execute Wesker, only for him to inject her with the antivirus to remove any superhuman abilities. Wesker is revealed to have used the T-virus to gain his own superhuman abilities and prepares to kill Alice before the plane crashes into the mountains. 6 months later, Alice travels to Alaska in an airplane, tracking a broadcast from the safe haven called Arctica, and she only finds abandoned planes and is attacked by a feral Claire Redfield. Alice destroys a spider-like device on Claire's chest, giving her amnesia and pacifying her. They travel to the ruins of Los Angeles, where they find the survivors living in a prison surrounded by thousands of undead. They meet Luther West, who leads the surviving band from prison: Wendell, Crystal Waters, Bennett, Kim Young, and Angel Orts. With their help, Alice lands on the prisoner's roof and learns that Arcata is not a fixed place, but a cargo tanker traveling along the coast. However, the ship has not yet moved recently, and nobody has responded to the group's rescue flares. Luther then takes Alice and to the last inmate, Chris, who insists that he falsely imprisoned and will reveal an escape route in exchange for freedom. Alice goes into the showers to wash up and catches Wendell attempting to peep, but however, holding him at gunpoint, they are attacked by a group of infected that dug into the prison. They take Wendell, but Alice wards off the rest. Desperate, they free Chris, who gains that Claire is his sister, and the prison has armored car they can use to escape. However, a giant axe-wielding monster begins to break down the gate. Alice, Chris, and Crystal go to the basement in the armory to get more guns, but zombies kill Crystal en route. Luther and Claire enforce the gate, while Angel informs Bennett and Young that the car is missing its engine, and it would take a week to fix. Bennett shoots Angel and heads for the Arcata in Alice's airplane. The Axeman breaks down the gate, allowing the zombies into the prison. The group decides to use a zombie-dug tunnel to escape the sewers. Jan is then slashed by a half-Axeman, which Alice is knocked out. Claire successfully defends Alice and disorients the Axeman, which of course kills it by firing its head. Unfortunately, Luther is dragged into the tunnel by a zombie. Alice and the Redfields aboard the Arcata, discovering it's functional but abandoned. Claire then remembers Arcata is the umbrella trap to get the test subjects after her convoy escaped to Alaska. They release the survivors, including the Kmart from Claire's group, and Alice follows a trail of blood deeper into the ship, where she finds Wesker. The T virus revived him, but the battles Wesker for control, something that she believes is fresh human DNA, can pacify. The Umbrella staff fled when he began testing eating test subjects. Alice's DNA superior to his since she retained control despite bonding with the virus at the cellular level. Wesker believes eating her would help him regain control of his body. The Redfields fight Wesker while Alice battles Bennett, now working for Wesker. Wesker easily overpowers Chris and Claire, but Alice is able to defeat both Bennett and Wesker from the help of Kmart. They lock Bennett in the room, and he is devoured by Wesker when he revives. Wesker then escapes an aircraft, activating a bomb in Arcata. The plane explodes and instead as Alice places the bomb where there beforehand. Unbeknownst to them, Wesker parachutes away from the explosion, while Lucifer emerges from the sewers but is battered alive. Alice resolves in turn Arcata into a real haven with broadcasts and new messages for any survivors. As Alice, Claire, and Chris watch over Arcata, it is approached by a squadron of Umbrella aircraft. So during a mid-credits scene in one aircraft, Jill Valentine, who went missing after the destruction of Raccoon City, is dictating the attack, wearing the same control device used on Claire. That's how the movie ends. What a really awesome story. I personally like all the cast and crew that played, good characters in this, which I personally really thought it was really nice. I mean, it's really cool how, it takes, some elements from Resident Evil 5 video game, and they used a couple elements from it, like the device on the chest. Especially if you remember, I talked about Resident Evil 5 game in Shadows and Pretties, episodes ago. I did mention that Jill had a device on her chest that is mind controlling. That's the one she has in this movie, as well as Claire Redfield. Now, Claire Redfield in the game did not have that device. I don't know why that's the case, but that's just something I really don't know. But with movies, you can't really depict on what's going to be shown in that. But I really thought it was really cool that they had some Resident Evil 5 game, elements in this, which I thought that was really neat. Now, with that being the case, I personally thought this was a pretty good movie. I know some people might disagree with me, but I personally thought it was a really interesting movie. I know some people may not like this film, but I personally thought it was really good. I mean, the acting was really good. The characters were awesome. It's just a really good movie. I personally really thought it was really enjoyable. So, I mean, I like the characters that they brought, the original cast who played certain characters back. I like the new cast characters that they had come in. It's a really good film. I mean, with Resident Evil films, they're just really good. I personally really recommend this movie. If you're a Resident Evil fan like myself, you definitely really have to check out this movie, as well as the other Resident Evil movies if you haven't. They're really good. I personally really recommend this one. This one is a pretty good sequel, even though it's a fourth sequel, but I personally really enjoyed it. It's really amazing how the storyline went out. I like the elements from Resident Evil 5, like the game, that they decide to put some elements there to give us a little bit of hints that they took from Resident Evil 5 video game, which I thought that was pretty neat. The concept is really good, the plot line's really good, the grammar, everything about this story, well, not just the story, but the movie is just amazing. I really recommend this movie to anybody who has not seen it yet, and for those who want a refresher, you guys have to really watch this movie. This movie is just awesome. So, like I'm always going to continue to say, this is just simply my own personal opinion, and if you disagree with me, that's perfectly fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions in regards to these movies. This is just simply my own personal thoughts. I give this movie a 10 out of 10. It was a really good movie. I personally really enjoyed it. It's just a flat out a really good movie. I mean, it's a good sequel to Resident Evil Extinction and a good sequel to the Resident Evil series of movies, which I thought that was really neat. So, anyways, With that being said, what did you guys personally think of this movie? Did you all enjoy it? Did you all not? Also, what we have done personally to help make this movie a lot better? Feel free to let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm the Lion Queen. I want to thank you so much for watching today's video, and if you enjoy this channel, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. If you guys want to go follow me on DeviantArt, link to my DeviantArt will be in the About page section, so you guys will not miss a update. Also, if you want to check out my Twitter account, link to my Twitter account will be in the About page section, so you guys can go follow me on there. Also, if you're interested in subscribing to my backup channel, known as Mr. Archigo, link to that will also be in the About page section, so you guys can go check it out. And as always, with that being the case, and with that being said, I'll be seeing you guys all in the next video. Thank you so much for, watching this video. And as always, if there's something that I'm missing that I did not talk about in this review, please let me know what it is in the comments below. And as always, I'll be seeing you guys all in the next video. Peace out. And like always, I'll see you all next time.